Welcome to the third installment of Chop It Up Fresh Cuts. I have a fun template for you today to create a super cute project using 12 by 12 pattern paper. Hi, my name is Jenny and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me here today. We're going to be chopping up some 12 by 12 paper pads. This is the Stamperia Romantic Collection. You can use any 12 by 12 paper that you have in your stash. It can be single-sided or double-sided. This particular paper pad is double-sided. And there's some really beautiful designs in here that I want to use to create a little project. So we're going to get into that. You'll find the template for this project linked in the description box down below. You'll find a free template to create this project. All right, let's dive in. I've decided to use this paper because there are no heads of animals or creatures that could potentially get cut off. So this is a double-sided piece. And the first thing I'm going to do is just meet the two corners up like this. I want to fold this directly in half, making sure that those points are lined up perfectly. And then everything else should come together nicely. Just use my bone folder to press that in. Okay, now you should have a piece that looks like this. Big triangle. Now I'm going to take my trimmer and I'm going to line up this part here up against the top where it's nice and flat. And then I'm going to line up my triangle, my point, right in the groove of my trimmer. Okay, so essentially it's like 8.5 inches. Okay, so I'll line that up and then I'm going to cut. Okay, I'm going to open this up and do the same thing. I'm going to line this up in my trimmer right on that point of the triangle where we folded and scored that crease and cut. So I'll have two triangles. I'll do this one more time. Open this up, pop this in the trimmer, line up those points, make sure it's nice and flat, and cut. All right. You should have 4 triangles at this point. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is grab the scoreboard. Now taking this piece, if you pop this piece up at the top of the scoreboard, we should be right at 12 inches. It should be exactly 12 inches long, depending if you got your scores nice and straight, and then that point should be right at the 6-inch mark. Okay, so assuming that you have this lined up perfectly, we're going to score at 4 inches and then at 8 inches. Okay, and I'll do that to all 4 pieces. Now I'm going to take these pieces and crease those folds. So fold and then fold. Make sure everything gets nice and lined up. And you can decide if you have a double-sided paper, you can have it going this way, or you can turn it around and have it going this way, whichever way you like. Now, because my words are going to be upside down, I prefer it to be this way. Well, it's still upside down. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's up to you how you want to do it, but I'm just going to put them together like this. So I'll fold all of those pieces and see which way we want to go. Okay, so those are all done. Now we just have to glue them together. And this is very simple. We're just going to take a little bit of liquid glue across the bottom, a little bit. And when I mean a little bit, I mean a little bit, not a lot of it. So we'll just wipe off the excess. Press that, and anything that's squeezing out, I'll wipe it away. Okay, so that should be nice and sealed. Just for good measure, pop a couple of binder clips onto the bottom to make sure that it stays nice and glued together. so one on the bottom, another one on the bottom. Wipe away the excess and clip them together. You could take your time and be a little bit more precise. I'm just trying to rush through this. I'm not sure why. I don't have anywhere important to be. I just don't want to waste your time. I want you to get the most out of my videos. You can let me know in the comments down below, what kind of videos do you like? Do you like quick, simple projects? Or do you like to spend an hour watching me craft? I mean, it can get boring, I suppose. I'm not one of those people that would have a lot to say for an hour. Unless I'm teaching something, then maybe I would have a lot to say, but I don't know. You let me know what you prefer. Do you like 5, 10, 15, 20, an hour? All right. So all my pockets are glued together. So once I'm sure that those are adhered, I'm going to grab a corner rounder and round the corners. I don't like sharp points on like anything really. I like the rounded corner look because I feel like it just gives it a more finished professional look. I'm not sure why. It softens it up, and you could even do the bottoms. Actually, let's do that. I'll do a smaller corner round for the bottoms. So it's not so prominent, but it looks nice and finished. Okay. And this is a really cute corner rounder. This is something I'm pretty sure I got from Amazon. If I can find it, I'll leave it linked in the description box down below. But it gives you 3 sizes of corner round, and it's really quick and simple to use. And I love a crocodile because it goes through lots of paper. But if you want just a small little tool to take while you're, crafting in the car or something, because that's what I do often, I would take this in my little craft bag so that I can, work with whatever I'm doing and not have too many big bulky tools with me. Okay. All right. So there we go. Our pocket is done. Super quick and simple to make. You get 4 pockets or faux envelopes. I mean, if you wanted to turn them into envelopes, you could. You could just, fold down the top there, but I like them just like this. They can be used as like a card front. You can, trim that down a little bit if you wanted to put this on the front of a card, of an A2 card. If you wanted to do a 5x7, you could do that too. This is a bigger one, so 5x7. You could put that on the front of a card. You can fill it with like die cuts or even gift cards, little messages, or you can add this to a present, punch a hole and add it to a bag as if it's like a little tag. But there are so many different uses for this. I know I always get comments on my videos about, what would you use that for? Really, I just like to make stuff. I don't always have a purpose for things or, something in mind for what I'm going to use them for. I just like to figure stuff out and play around. And these are one of the things that I like to make lots of. And so I'll use them for like Christmas time. I'll make Christmas themed ones and pop in gift cards or, little Christmas cards or add them to my presents. And I don't know. I just really like to make them. And I like to put them in journals too. They're a perfect little tuck where you can add in like a little notebook. Let's see if I can find one. I don't have any notebooks on hand. However, I do have these little seed packets. And these are really cute to, pop in there. You could even maybe put like a tea bag or, um, you know, anything really. I have some dried flowers. Look at that. Dried flowers can go right in there. I mean, they're so versatile and they can be used for so many things. I'm going to show you this one more time with a single-sided piece of pattern paper, and I'm going to do the same thing. So first thing first, fold it in half, pop it in my trimmer, and put that point right in the cutting blade area. Okay. Open it up, do the same thing. Okay. So I'm just going to make one of these just to show you. So I'm going to pop this into my scoreboard, Get my little point lined up at the 6-inch mark. Score at 4 and 8. Now you could go this way and decorate with pieces of ephemera, or you can go this way and you have your cute little images. And then whatever you have inside of your pocket will sort of cover up that white space anyways, so it's not a huge deal. If you really wanted to go the extra mile, you could, cut a piece to layer on the inside. So why don't we just do that real quick? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. So instead of scoring this at 4 inches and 8 inches, I'm going to cut at 8 inches and 4 inches. Now I might need to trim it off just a little bit because it might not be perfect. Pretty darn close. Just trim a little bit extra off just to make sure that it closes nicely. Just cutting a sliver off of each side. This project took a complete turn. Now, if I was paying attention and doing a better job, I would have made sure that the cotton candy and ice cream were not upside down. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to keep rolling. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue stick to this here. Oh, that's a lot of glue stick. It's really hot here, so my glue is like melting. There we go. Get that lined up. Now the most important part is just making sure the flap is glued down. I don't care so much about the bottom. Well, maybe I do. I'm going to need that, aren't I? We'll just put a little bit there. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing. A little bit of glue here. Close her up, press it in. A little bit of glue here. Close it up, press it in. Okay, so I went ahead and I made one that was just a single-sided paper, and I didn't add anything extra, just glued it together, same as we had done with the first ones. And then you would get 4 pockets out of a 12 by 12 paper if you made them this way. This way, you're only going to get 2 pockets, and you'll probably have some scrap left over, but you have that beautiful pattern paper on both sides. And it's a little bit thicker, a little bit more substantial. So the choice is yours. You can do whatever you want, but I really like making these, and I hope that you got some inspiration chopping up some of your pattern paper, and you'll find that template linked in the description box down below. It's a free template. There are more in this series. We're up to 3 videos now, so you'll find 3 templates for 3 different projects and 3 coordinating videos to get to chopping up your pattern paper and making some fresh cuts. Okay, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it here with me. I appreciate the support as always. If you like this video, leave me a comment in the description box down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you along my paper crafting journey. Have yourself a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!